Christ followers, do not be fooled. Although we may be experiencing plenty of tribulation as well as trial, the Israel war is only the beginning of the end. The prophecy that will be soon fulfilled, the sixth trumpet war, which is prophesied to start at the mouth of the Euphrates, which is southeast Iraq. Also the destruction of Damascus, which is in Syria. That's Isaiah chapter 17, starting with verse 1. And then the abomination of desolation, found in the temple. Maccabees, if you have a Douay Rheims Bible. If not, it is part of what most people consider the Apocrypha, refers to this abomination of desolation as the statue of Jupiter in the Holy Temple. The statue of Jupiter is also referred to as Zeus. So that's something we need to keep in mind. The Antichrist will come and proclaim himself to be God. When they speak of peace and security, know that there is none. The Antichrist is come to falsely save us. This will kick off the 3.5-year Great Tribulation. The mark of the beast. The mark of the beast will make it so you cannot buy or sell unless you have this mark. And this mark is prophesied to be either in or on your right hand or in or on your forehead. This mark of the beast will initiate a global economy. Another thing to deeply consider is that Israel is now 75 years old since their birth in 1948. Matthew 24 says that the generation that sees all of these things referred to in Matthew 24, that generation shall by no means pass before his return. Israel as a nation, as well as the way for all of mankind to die, were the two things always missing from that prophecy. But Israel as a nation in 1948, as well as the introduction of the atom bomb as well as H-bomb in 1948, assumes that that starts the generation that Jesus is referring to. Most people consider 70 years, generally speaking, as a generation. The only place in the Bible where God says a generation is anything is in Psalms, where he refers to 70 to 80 years as a generation. If Israel is 75 years old, and God refers to 70 to 80 years as a generation, we need to deeply consider that when Jesus says, by no means will this generation pass or be passed, that is significant in this time. Also, after this, Armageddon, when Jesus returns to slay the Antichrist with the breath of his mouth. One thing to consider, although Elon Musk may not be potentially a player, he may be used as one. And what he has invented using this Neuralink device is something that can very much be misused by the Antichrist, false prophet, whoever it may be. We need to consider that something like a chip in our brain that may make us, in a way, godly, is a reason that so many people accept this mark. So I ask you to keep your eyes and ears open. Watch this Israel war. Watch for the mouth of the Euphrates becoming a bigger, we'll call it war point for Syria, as well as Iraq, Iran, Turkey. Pretty much all those countries are right there. So depending on what happens with this Israel war, that very much could become that. We need to, as Christians and Christ followers, and or Christ followers, we need to watch particularly close about what happens with Israel here. Damascus is meant to be destroyed. And this war is very close to the mouth of the Euphrates already, as well as Syria being there. So I ask you to pray on this. Pray for Israel. Pray for the people in need that are of God or searching Him. Lastly, we need to remember that the most important thing is to accept Christ and follow Him even to death, because death on this earth means nothing. If we have to suffer and die because we will not deny Jesus, we will be rewarded with 1,000 years with Him on this earth and eternity after. God bless you.